Fellas, have you ever wondered if she's secretly craving you? If she's giving off signals, but you just can't quite read them well? Listen up, because there's one move she does when she's undeniably drawn to you. And if you recognize it, you're in for a powerful experience. Women are masters of subtlety. Unlike men, they rarely come right out and say they want you. Instead, they drop little clues through body language, gestures, tone of voice, and behavior that reveal their hidden desires. But there's one ultimate move, and once you spot it, you'll know she's ready for more. So stay tuned, because by the end of this, you'll never miss her signals again. Before we get into that one move, let's understand a little psychology. Women are naturally more selective when it comes to attraction. Their subconscious minds are wired to seek confidence, emotional safety, and that grounded masculine presence that communicates leadership, calm, strength, and reliability. When they find someone who meets their inner criteria, their body starts to react in ways that go far beyond logic. It's instinctive. Their body begins to send signals of desire and emotional openness without a single word being spoken. It's nature's quiet way of saying she feels something powerful. Some of the common signs of attraction include prolonged eye contact, soft touches around the lips, subtle mirroring of your movements, and unconscious touches on her hair or neck. These signs are small but powerful. They show you that she's focused on you and that her body is trying to create a bridge between you. Her mind might be playing it cool, but her subconscious has already chosen to respond to your energy. But there's one move that goes beyond all of that. It's a signal that she's no longer just attracted. She's open and ready to let her guard down. Here it is, the moment you've been waiting for, the one move she does when she's feeling that undeniable primal urge for you. She adjusts her body in a way that brings her physically closer to you. More specifically, she subtly opens her legs or shifts her hips in your direction. Now, why is this so powerful? Because this movement is not planned or conscious, it's driven by pure subconscious attraction. When a woman feels drawn to you, her body naturally reacts by creating more space between you and inviting your energy closer. By opening her stance or angling her hips toward you, she's instinctively signaling comfort and attraction. Her body language is saying without words that she feels safe and connected. She might not even realize she's doing it. But if you catch this moment, it's one of the clearest nonverbal invitations there is. She's showing trust, comfort, and a willingness to let her emotional guard fall, which is a powerful moment of connection. Now that you know the move, what should you do when you see it? The biggest mistake a man can make is to call it out or joke about it. That immediately breaks the flow. Instead, stay calm. Mirror her energy. Lean in slightly. Lower your voice. Make your gestures more deliberate and slow your pace. The power lies in matching her energy, not forcing it. When she feels that your rhythm aligns with hers, it deepens the emotional and physical connection and makes her feel safe in your presence. If she shifts closer, you subtly close the gap. If she touches you, you reciprocate with equal warmth. Your relaxed, confident presence will allow her to open up even more. The more composed and self-assured you are, the more she will continue signaling her attraction because her trust and excitement grow when she feels your calm control. It's not about rushing. It's about letting it flow naturally. While the open body movement is a major signal, there are a few other subtle ones to be aware of. When a woman is secretly turned on by you, she keeps glancing at your lips. This is a deep subconscious indication that she's thinking about kissing you. She might not even be aware of it, but her eyes will tell you everything. Another sign is that she adjusts her appearance, constantly fixing her hair, adjusting her clothes, or reapplying lipstick. This is not vanity. It's her way of preparing herself to look her best for you. It's instinctive and tied to her desire for your attention and connection. She may also find excuses to touch you lightly, brushing against your arm, holding on to something you hand her for just a second longer, or playfully bumping into you. These are all tests of closeness and comfort because women rarely initiate physical touch unless there's emotional or physical attraction involved. And when they do, it's a sign of trust as much as it is desire. Now, here's the most important part of all. Always respect her boundaries. Attraction should never be rushed. But when she gives you these clear signs, confidence becomes your greatest tool. When you lead with calm, masculine presence, and emotional awareness, she feels safe enough to let the attraction unfold naturally because the strongest form of desire is built on emotional safety. Now, let's take this even deeper because what most men don't realize is that female attraction operates on both visible and invisible levels. There's what you see with your eyes, and then there's what her energy communicates without a single movement. Women are emotional and intuitive beings. They feel before they think. Their body speaks before their mind decides. And that's why reading her correctly is not about being a detective. It's about being present. When a woman is drawn to you, she doesn't just react physically. She starts to synchronize her rhythm with yours. Her breathing, her tone, her laughter, and even her pauses begin to align with your energy. That synchronization is one of the purest signs of real desire, and it shows deep emotional resonance. When a woman's attraction deepens, you'll notice the shift in her focus. She stops scanning the environment and locks into you. It's as if the rest of the world fades for a moment. Her pupils dilate slightly. Her posture softens and her responses become slower and more emotionally layered. She might start asking deeper questions about you. Not just surface-level curiosity, but things that help her understand your inner world. She wants to connect with the energy behind your confidence, the calm that makes you unpredictable, magnetic, and emotionally grounded. And here's something most men never understand about this stage of connection. Women are not only turned on by looks or charm, they're deeply affected by emotional control. The kind of composure that says you're in charge of yourself. When you speak with certainty. When your voice carries that quiet authority. When you don't rush to fill every silence, that's when her imagination starts working overtime. Because mystery is powerful, silence is seductive, and your restraint becomes the flame that draws her in. The less you try, the more she feels. But let's also talk about what happens when a woman starts testing you. Every woman will do it, whether consciously or not. When she feels attraction, she needs to know if it's safe to let that attraction grow. She might tease you, playfully challenge you, or pull back slightly to see if you'll chase. Most men fail this test. They become reactive. They start explaining, over-complimenting, or showing neediness. But the man who remains calm and unshaken sends a completely different signal. He communicates that he doesn't need validation, that he's the prize, and that his interest is a choice, not desperation. That kind of composure activates something primal in her because emotional stability represents protection, safety, and leadership. When you hold your frame, when you stay relaxed even in the face of her playful resistance, she feels that she's dealing with a man who understands his power and uses it wisely. That calm energy becomes her comfort zone and her curiosity. Now, let's add another psychological layer to this. When a woman is genuinely aroused by your presence, she begins to unconsciously mirror your emotional temperature. If you're calm, she becomes calmer. If you lean in slowly, she breathes deeper. If your eyes lock and you hold it without flinching, she'll feel it ripple through her entire body. Attraction in that moment becomes less about words and more about shared silence. That quiet exchange between two energies that understand each other without speaking. Attraction is not built through effort. It's built through presence. When you stop trying to impress her and start grounding yourself in stillness, she senses it because most men live in their heads while a few operate from their core. And that difference is what separates boys from men. She feels your presence through your body language, your stillness, your unhurried movements, your ability to just exist in her space without the need to force anything. That's when her imagination begins to fill the silence. She starts wondering what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and whether you're just as drawn to her as she is to you. Here's a truth that most never hear. When a woman wants you, she's not waiting for you to talk her into it. She's waiting for you to make her feel something: safety, excitement, mystery, comfort, and desire all at once. She wants to feel that being near you calms her mind, but ignites her emotions. And that balance is what very few men ever learn how to create. Because the most powerful connection happens when her emotions feel safe and her imagination feels alive. So when you start noticing those subtle changes in her posture, when she opens her stance, mirrors your movements, breathes in sync with you and her voice gets softer, understand that this is not coincidence. It's chemistry at its most natural level. That's when you take the lead. Not with words, but with presence. You slow things down. You lean closer, but not too close. You let the air between you carry the tension. And that unspoken connection becomes the real language of desire. When you move from talking to feeling, from leading with control to leading with calm energy, that's when she lets her guard down because she feels safe enough to surrender, not to your words, but to your energy. That's the real secret behind attraction. It's not about chasing or trying too hard. It's about being still enough to let her come closer because true power doesn't chase, it attracts. So remember, fellas, attraction isn't something you create, it's something you allow to unfold. And the more grounded you are, the more magnetic you become. That's why the most confident men aren't loud. They're quiet. They move with purpose, and they let their energy do the talking. Because confidence is not noise, it's presence. A woman's attraction is not just about how you look or what you say. It's about how you make her feel in your presence. And once you learn to read her silent signals, once you understand the dance between energy and emotion, you'll never have to chase validation again because your presence will become the invitation. So the next time you're spending time with a woman and she subtly opens up her body language toward you, remember what it means. It's her body's way of saying she feels the chemistry and wants you to lead with strength, calmness, and respect. And once you master the art of reading these signs, your understanding of attraction will completely transform. You'll begin to see things that most men overlook. You'll feel more confident, composed, and deeply connected in every interaction. If you found this insight valuable, don't forget to like and subscribe for more powerful psychology-based lessons on attraction, confidence, and emotional awareness. Share your experiences in the comments below because understanding these cues isn't just about attraction. It's about mastering emotional intelligence, awareness, and self-control that elevate every relationship you enter. Stay grounded, stay confident, and as always, stay in control.